today. Case of Butterworth, yes?
Sure.
The Crown, please, Dad. There's nothing further you'd like to add, no? Nothing further you'd like to add? No. Okay. Will the foreman of the jury please stand? Have you reached a verdict which you are all unanimously agreed?
Yes.
Do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty of the sexual assault of Miss Calvin?
Guilty.
Thank you. Please sit. Okay, Mr. Munger for the Crown.
I appeal on behalf of the Crown, and I think it should be imposed a stiff sentence, Your Honour.
You'd like me to proceed to sentencing straight away, yes?
Yes, Your Honour.
No, that's fine. There's no problem at all. And the seriousness, obviously, on the Crown's position, owing to your arguments previously, is that this was a very, very grave offence, and that, judging by what you've given me, your documents that you've given me, that this person is likely to re-offend again.
Yes, Your Honour.
No, thank you. Thank you for your time. Mr. Blackmore for the defence. Is there anything you'd like to raise before I impose sentence on Mr. Butterworth?
Yes, Your Honour. I would suggest, Your Honour, actually, I would invite you, Your Honour, to not taking this so serious. And I truly believe, Your Honour, that you get the latest documents.
I think what you're forgetting to acknowledge, Mr. Blackmore, is that a young lady was pinned down to a table and her knickers were ripped off her. So how could I not see this as a serious offence?
Absolutely, Your Honour. If you take a look at the papers, the latest were being sent to you, Your Honour, and I'll invite you to have a look and consider that.
Does your client have any previous convictions?
He has not, Your Honour.
He has no previous convictions. Have you got paperwork to back that up?
Absolutely, Your Honour. Sorry to open my back. Yes, Your Honour.
Thank you, Mr. Blackmore. He was arrested when he was 17 years old for possession of marijuana without. He received a cannabis warning for that.
Sure.
I won't take that into consideration today, and I understand your arguments of no previous convictions. I have heard the character references of your client, which exemplify his good character, and I understand, Ms. Farquhar, is this out of character for your client?
Yes, Your Honour, this is out of character for my client. I would like to stress the point when you're considering to enforce the punishment that it was in Miss Calvin's character that she has had previous first night stands, so I do believe she led them on, and I do believe this should be stressed and considered when you're enforcing your punishment.
Okay, you've got nothing further to add? No.
No further question, Your Honour.
Thank you, Your Honour.
Mr. Butterworth, please stand. You have been found unanimously guilty by a jury panel of sexually assaulting Miss Calvin. You, on the 13th day of July 2013, intentionally touched Miss Calvin. The touching was sexually motivated, and Miss Calvin by no means consented. You knew full well that she didn't consent, and you carried on with this deed regardless. You pinned her down onto a table and removed her underwear. Fortunately for Miss Calvin, she escaped, and it is unthinkable what you might do if she had not have escaped. Miss Calvin now suffers reoccurring nightmares, and she has been forced to leave her place of work. These are only some of the consequences of your sickening offence. I understand your counsel's arguments of no previous convictions, and I also take into consideration the vast amount of good character references on your behalf. However, you did plead not guilty, and you have forced Miss Calvin to come to court and relive her experience. I cannot tell you how much she has suffered and will suffer further. I therefore hold no weight to the arguments of your counsel, and I intend to impose a stiff sentence. The offence you have committed is a grave one, and the jury were satisfied on the evidence before them that you are guilty beyond reasonable doubt. The seriousness of this offence is such that the public must be protected, and I intend to show that in your sentence. I therefore sentence you to 4 years imprisonment. I am also required by law to order that you serve a minimum number of years as a punishment part to this sentence. Having regard to all the circumstances, I order that you serve a punishment part of 3 years imprisonment, and you will remain on the sex offenders register for a period of 10 years. Will the escort take the prisoner down, please? All rise. This court is done. God save the Queen.